Hey guys, it's Tim here, and today I'm super excited to be here with my good friend Cyril, and we're going to show you how you can get access to 450 different voices. I'm talking about text to voice, even voice cloning, translations, and way more. But this product is different than all the others. I just had a small chat with Cyril, and he said, "You need to tell this," but I said, "No. You need to tell everyone what's so unique about this software." So, Cyril, it's good to have you here again, man.
Thank you so much, Tim. It's great to talk to you always and be on the show. I know your audience is great, so it's a pleasure to be, talking to them through you.
Yes, awesome. So, yeah, you told me a lot of good stuff before we press the record button. You're going to launch Voicey very soon. We're having this interview, I think, a few days before. Can you tell us a little bit more? What is Voicey and why should people be so excited about this product?
Absolutely. So, Tim, I call this product the ultimate AI toolkit for voice and languages. So, I'm tying things together a little bit because I saw that when people are doing AI stuff with content, they often want to do things in a manner where they can expand their reach, expand their audience. So I tried to bring in the maximum to the old cliched text to voice product. It's not text to voice only, it's got a lot more, and I've tried to make it interesting in so many different ways. Here is an example. Like, you started this interview by telling your audience that it has 450 voices. So the way I make it happen is by providing access to all the top AI providers of the world. So it has voices from Amazon, it has voices from Google, it has voices from IBM, it has voices from every single top provider. And the
Wow.
latest one added recently was OpenAI. So here is the thing with this app, it's developed in a fashion where I can bring in that new technology that comes in right away. So if tomorrow there is a high quality voice from a provider like Anthropic or Claude or any one of the other guys, I'll be easily able to bring it in Voicey and expand this portfolio even further. So this
Okay.
450 talking about, it's today, but as voices get even more realistic in the future, they are coming to Voicey. And that's not all. Here is the thing, you can work with all of these voices together. So one of the things you could do with Voicey is make a podcast that's conversational. Like, imagine you and me talking, we are having a conversation, and that's what you makes your show so engaging. It's not all the time just a talking head, it's we
Hmm.
talking to people. And with Voicey you can do that. You can have a voice, let's say you like a child's voice from Amazon. This was actually a requirement. I just got this yesterday from one of my customers who told me, hey, do you have a child's voice? Of course, because Amazon has a good collection of children's voices too. So by the way, they could combine a child's voice from Amazon, and they could pick up a very realistic lady's voice from OpenAI, for example, and create a nice engaging conversation between mother and daughter. So that kind of thing can be done with Voicey. Also, it's got this
So
beautiful feature.
basically, one second. So you can take this interview, this video, and you can put different voices in other languages. It's kind of a redubbing our video. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, I'm not talking about videos redubbing, but the audio part only. So I
Hmm.
was giving an example
Yeah.
of how we're doing this video. We're talking to each other,
Yeah.
and that's what makes what will make the video engaging. Now, with most text to voice products, you can do narrations, which is great. But with Voicey, you can combine any voice together in conversations and
Mm.
have people talking from a virtually endless portfolio of voice options available. I'm talking about every single type of male voice, female voice, child voice that you can imagine. You have access to it if it's online. So that's the depth of the portfolio it has when it comes to voices. And you can clone your voice. So here is an example. I could clone my voice, Tim. You could clone your voice, and you could feed the script to Voicey, and it would make a nice conversation with your voice and my voice going back and forth, and have a complete podcast
Nice.
just with that.
So you can use this perfectly to create podcasts and then,
Yeah,
just feed the
lots of
channel.
things. Yeah, you could make narrations. So you've seen those amazingly successful narration style videos. You could create narrations for that. You could create VSL things. Like, I when I record my VSL, I had, like, I do it myself now, but there was a time when I started a few years ago when my accent was much more thicker than it was today, and I had to practice a lot to try and make it just understandable enough to my international audience.
Yeah.
So back then I couldn't do my podcast, couldn't do my sales video. So I used to go to experts and tell them, hey, could you please record this video for me? And I would pay them hundreds of dollars. But with Voicey, you can get very, very realistic voice quality. Here is another thing. It's got natural detection of voice, like the content that you put in. If you use a high quality voice like from OpenAI, it will try to fit the voice to the mood of the content. If the person is saying some angry words, they will sound angry. If they're going to be saying some sad words, they will sound sad.
Okay.
Also, it has support for this technology called SSML. So SSML is a way to mark up text. So you could mark a text as angry, and then the text that you mark as angry will be said in angry voice. So this is
Okay.
something that many voice providers provide, like Amazon has SSML. So whenever you use an Amazon voice, you could make the sound, or you can make the audio sound exactly the way you
So,
sound, very, very natural.
so
So
is it
that's the kind of potential this
is
has.
it basically the same as that you have with a text editor where you make certain things bold? You can say, I want to have this very
Yes,
happy. I want to have this part sad in the script. I want to have this very
absolutely,
exciting.
you got it. Yes,
Oh,
this is
nice.
this is exactly it.
Nice. So, and you were also talking about having things like an automation part. Can you tell us a
Yes.
little bit
So
more
this is
about that? Because it's not
yes, this is
just putting in a script, you can do way more than that, right? Because that's also what makes this product stand out, from what I understand from you.
absolutely. It has to be the ultimate toolkit for voice and languages. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. So, one of the things that I created is called workflows, which is automation for us. So, here is what happens in automation. People can create workflows which define exactly the results they want based on the input they want, and then they can do that entire workflow, entire automation with just one click. And I'll give you a very specific example. We were even talking about it just before the interview went
Yeah.
live. So let's say you're making a podcast in English, and you have also have an audience in Latin America, and you want to reach out to them in Spanish. So what are your options? You could every time you make a podcast, you would either do go through some things, like you would translate it first, and then you would try to either give it to somebody to speak, and you would pay them, or you would go to a text to voice software and then make a voice version of it. And
Hmm.
every time you have a podcast, let's say a couple of times a week, you're going to be spending an hour just doing that. So with Voicey, what you can do is you can define a workflow. For example, take my English language podcast, automatically convert it into text, automatically translate it into English, and then make a voice version of that English text. And next time you want to do it, all you need to do is just do one click, and the entire process is done. So you
Nice.
might have like three or four different workflows, like one for Spanish, one for German, one for French, and you've covered the entire European market, my friend. So that is possible with Voicey. You
Nice.
can go truly, truly global.
Is it also possible to combine multiple languages in one workflow? So let's say I want to have Spanish and German. Can I do that also in one workflow?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. And you can also go for accents. You want to have a guy speak English with a German accent, you can do that. You want to have a guy speak English with a Japanese accent, you can do that. You can do some really crazy stuff. Like you can make funny skits using Voicey, then you can make a nice video out of it. You can tell jokes with it and make, a nice video out of it. You could promote a product, anything you want. So all of that is absolutely there. Anything that AI can do with voice, we have it in here.
Nice. So basically, people get access to all the voices that are currently available through all open sources that are giving access to those voices. Am I correct? That's what you said,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes, all the
So the
voices,
quality is
all the
very good.
translation technologies. Yeah, all the translation technology. So you could use OpenAI's translation, and you could use Amazon's or Microsoft's, or if somebody else comes in with a better technology, I will totally provide you that.
Mm,
And you've got like all the cloning technologies too. So you could clone the voices very easily. It has got the best cloning technology available right now. And
okay.
also, I want to point this out, it can create songs. So you could ask it
Yeah,
to
that's
create a
what I wanted
song.
to ask because it also says music on this. I'm looking at the sales page that you're going to use. It says voice text, music, and more. So I was really curious about the music. What is Voicey capable of doing with music?
I'm talking about full-fledged songs in the style you want. So
Oh,
in my
really?
demo, for example, I have a song about Voicey that's on my sales page too, which was generated by AI. So
Go
I
check it
wrote
out,
the lyrics,
guys.
by the way. So I wrote the lyrics and I told Voicey, hey, make a song with these lyrics. I'm not a great poet, but I can tell you, Voicey did a great job of making a song out of the trash I gave it. That song is compelling, and that's the kind of music you can create with AI. So imagine never having to worry about copyright issues at all. Whether you want to create background music or you want to create songs for your content, Voicey can do it, and it's all your content. It's all owned by you. You're not going to any library or buying anything.
Nice. So the music that it creates is really music with a singer. Is that I'm
Oh
correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
do you want me to play it for you right
Okay.
now?
Oh, we definitely need to check that out.
Yeah, that would be fun, right? So let me just go to the page, and I will try to fast forward to exactly the point where the song is there.
Okay.
I don't know if you can. Do you want me to share my screen?
Can you share? Yeah. Let's try that.
Can you see my screen
Yeah,
now?
I can see your screen.
So I'm gonna go straight to the demo, or let me go to the music part. It will be, yeah. So this is the where I talk about
Okay.
music and listen to this song.
Let's make great songs. It's time to get voicey. Voicey rocks. Voicey rocks. Fuzzy is an AI app. Makes songs that make you wanna clap. Fuzzy is the best app. Get it now, don't nap.
That's pretty sick.
The lyrics suck, but the song is great.
Super cool. Oh, we need to put you to the right. That's amazing. So and can you also create the scripts inside of Voicey, or do we need to use ChatGPT for that?
For that, I would say, yeah, go use any LLM you want. I,
Yeah.
I don't have writing features in Voicey. I do have another product for it, and AI Collective, you sold a ton of it. I think it's a product that can help people with content writing. Or ChatGPT, if you want to pay for one product, you can always go to ChatGPT, write content with it, write songs with it, and play them and make them into music in Voicey.
Very nice. Hey, and all of this is available in Voicey. Normally, I ask you to do a demo, but you're not at your office, so it's a little bit more difficult to have everything set. So you've recorded a demo that we can show to the audience, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
So let's show that demo and then just go from there, so that everyone can see exactly what Voicey is. And well, let's show it right now.
Today I want to show you Voicey. This is the ultimate AI toolkit for audio and languages. If there is anything that AI can do with audio, Voicey can do it. Let's take a look at all the things that it can do. When you log in into Voicey, the first thing you see is the dashboard that has all the information that tells you about the kind of work you've done, your workflow definitions, the conversations that you've created, your latest workflows, the tasks, and also a list of the latest tasks that you've done, and you can download your files right from here. Now let's take a look at what Voicey can actually create. So the first thing, Voicey is the only AI application for audio that can do conversations. Yes, you can create audio files with 2 or more people talking with just text. Let me show you how it's done. So click on add conversation and give it a name like funny conversation, and then click on next, and this is where you add your script. This is how the script looks for Voicey. You can see it's just a standard dramatic script where each person's dialogue is in front of its name. You can just copy it and paste it, click on next step, and now you can select the voice for each person. And you know what? Voicey lets you select what the voice source is. You can select from all these providers voices from Google, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, OpenAI, and even your cloned voices. Yes, you can make a clone of your own voice, your friends' voices, and you can have a conversation created from your own voices using AI. That's the power of Voicey. Now, I will show you clone voices just a little bit later, how to clone the voices. But for now, let's select a voice for Joey. So I selected the provider OpenAI. You can select what language you want to create the audio in, and you can select the gender. It's a male voice for this one, and you can see we've got multiple choices based on the provider.
Artificial intelligence is the big.
You can listen to the sample.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Let's choose this one. Then we gotta select a voice for Rachel. Again, let's choose OpenAI. The language, this time female, and let's go for this one.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Fantastic. And for Phoebe, let's try to go for Microsoft Azure and English. We got so many different options. So let's find English, United Kingdom, that will work. Phoebe is British now. And female, select the voice.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest.
Perfect. And for Chandler, I'm going to use one of my cloned voices. So for English, and this is my voice.
Artificial intelligence.
Well, it's a bit like my voice, but you can hear it. It's pretty impressive voice. And you can just click on submit. All right, so our funny conversation is now at work and it's being created. It'll be ready in just a few minutes. Till then, let's take a look at the rest of the applications. So you can create conversations. You can also convert text to speech. It's very simple. Click on add new, give it a name like my task 02 or 01, whatever you want. Select the service. We have multiple providers even for text to speech, because remember, every provider has a different voice quality. It gives you different options. Let's go for OpenAI, and again, you can use your clone voices too, don't forget that. You can choose the input language like English. Click next. Of course, select the voice first. Onyx.
Artificial intelligence.
Perfect. Click next, and then you can paste your text right over here. You can paste one line, but up to 4,000 characters, so you can have a lot of information in there. Once you're ready, click on submit, and your text generation task is also now working. When it's ready, you will see the success meter right over here, and you'll be able to listen. It takes just a few minutes for the work to be done, and when you see the success, you know it's done. You can either download the input file or listen to the audio that you just created. Download it and you can play it.
Voicey is the best AI app for audio generation.
And you have every single provider with every single voice created to give you the best options in your text-to-speech tasks. Alright, let's go back and check our conversation. It's already a success, it's been created. And if you want, you can see the individual parts of it. You can download each fragment separately, or you can download and listen to the entire conversation. Alright.
Hey Rachel, I am hungry.
You just ate 1 hour ago, Joey.
That's a really long time for Joey.
Do you want pizza?
What kind is it?
Don't eat that pizza, Joey.
Why Chandler?
It's got pineapple on it.
What? I can't eat a pizza with pineapple. That's not a pizza. It's a fruit salad.
Check this out. This is how easy it is to create conversations using Voicey. And again, you get all the available languages that AI has to offer. You get all the available voices, and you can even clone your own voices. This means you can create conversations, podcasts, you can create fantastic stories, interactive audio, all using Voicey. Next, let's take a look at speech to text. This feature allows you to convert audio files into text. So give it a name like my test 02. Select the service that you want to use. Every provider is different. We have Google, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, IBM Watson, and OpenAI. All of them have different qualities. At this moment, I think OpenAI is the best. You can select different languages too. Every provider has a separate set of languages, but the advantage is because we have everyone, you get the hugest options in terms of the languages that it can process. So click next and put in your audio file. I have a little sample right over here. Click on it and then click on submit. So again, Voicey will create a task, and once it's done, we'll be able to check out the results. Here's our task right over here. Let's check back in a couple of minutes. Next, we'll see translate text, and this is to translate any content into another language. Click on add new and let's give it a name. Select the service. Again, you have all the options that you want. We can use OpenAI if you want, or we can use Microsoft Azure or Google, whichever you want. Let's translate from English to Hindi and then click next. Paste your content in the top box, or you can even upload a file. This can handle up to 2000 words. When you're ready, click on submit and your translation is done right away. You can see the translation is over here. You can download the file and open it. You can see this is the translated text. Meanwhile, our speech to text task is also done and it's right over here. You can download it. It's a text file and you can see this is the text. It's properly formatted and you can see it even capitalized my name. It understood that this is my name. The spellings are all correct and it's all formatted. Even the commas are done. This is how easy it is to convert audio to text using Voicy with all the best available technologies. Remember, I showed you how you can create a conversation with your own cloned voice. Yes, Voicy lets you clone your voice and use it in either conversations or text-to-speech projects. To clone your voice, click on Add Voice right over here. Give it a name like Cyril's voice and then upload an audio sample. All you need is a 30-second sample maximum. Select it and click on submit. That's it, your voice is cloned. You can download a sample output. Let's listen to it.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution in the history of mankind.
This is my voice cloned. You can clone absolutely any voice in the world, male or female, and then convert it into conversations or speech. So you can put in approximations of your own voice and use it in languages that you don't even speak. Yes, clone voices work in 17 prominent languages. You can even create music with Voicy. Original music that you have 100% copyright ownership on. It's created using AI. So give it a name like Voicy song and you can either create instrumentals, in which case just describe what you want to create. Do not use the words tags. Or if you want to create songs with words, just have a proper song script like this. So I have the section marked out using one of these tags and then the verse, and finally then put in a tag that you want to use, maybe the genre of the song, then click on add tag and it's added. You can add more tags if you want to further qualify how the song should sound. When you're ready, click on submit. And the music generation can take a couple of minutes. Alright, the music is now generated. You can download the file and listen to it. How's that?
Let's make great songs, it's time to get fussy. Voicy
Time to get
rocks.
Voicy.
Voicy rocks.
Voicy rocks.
Fuzzy
How's
is an
that?
AI app. Makes songs that make you wanna clap. Fuzzy is the best app. Get it now.
That's music generated by Voicy and you can generate it in multiple languages with words, with audio. And finally, Workflows is a special technology that we have created which lets you create workflow definitions like this one. And you can decide what kind of input you want to bring in. You can either bring in text or audio and then you can create multiple steps. For example, you can bring in text and then you can add tasks like convert to Spanish. So you bring in English text and you convert it to Spanish, and then with the converted Spanish text you can convert it to speech, you can convert it to audio. So the workflows are a great way to automate repetitive tasks. For example, see this one. We translate text into Japanese and convert it into audio, and then you can use the finished audio file to upload, which means you don't need to do repetitive tasks over and over, clicking and sorting, clicking and choosing. It's all done on full autopilot. So this was the demo of Voicy. It's the most powerful AI toolkit for voice and languages ever invented. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside.
All right. Well, that's pretty impressive what you've built there, Cyril. Really
Thank you
loved
so
it.
much.
And yeah, it will become available to everyone. But you're going to have a special webinar as well, right? A pre-launch webinar where people can get early access to the software. Can you tell us a little bit more about the pre-launch webinar and why people should sign up for that, etc.?
Absolutely. So here's the thing, guys. the pre-launch webinar is an opportunity to talk to me. So I've been on some webinars earlier, and my webinars are pretty interactive. I don't just preach at you. So I listen to what you're saying. I answer your questions. So this is a great op, not just to talk about voice, but also, if you're running a business, you're creating content, if it's audio and voice related, I would love to hear about your questions. I would love to hear about your suggestions. And also, if you have any specific questions about voicey, how you can implement it in your business specifically, how you can benefit from it, I'm going to take questions and we can talk about that. Also, I'm going to talk about how to make the best use of Voicey. So again, this is my brainchild. My team has been working on it for a long time. And I would think that if you join me on the webinar, I'm going to give you so many amazing ways to make Voicey something that can help you grow your business. So that's the reason why people should definitely attend the webinar, Tim.
Nice. So, and when is the webinar?
Okay, so the first session is going to be on the 1st of September. It's a Sunday at 2 p.m. EST. And if you can't make it on 2 p.m. EST on the first day, we have another session just before the launch goes live on 2nd September at 11. So this one starts at 10 a.m. So people can join me on any of these sessions, and we'll be talking live. Also, I might have some more live sessions later, but these are the two sessions that I have before the webinar, before the launch, and which are going to be, I think, the most exciting ones.
Nice. Well, awesome. Is there anything else you would like to say about Voicey or anything else?
Yes, absolutely. I want to tell you about a story. So
Okay.
I told you this story just before we began this interview. In fact, so here is an example that what I'm trying to do with my new line of products that I've been launching this year. My products are not just launched and done. Like I don't just, that's not the end of the story for me.
Yeah.
That's actually the beginning of the story. So here is something I did with one of my earlier products just yesterday, or actually not yesterday, day before yesterday. There was a new AI for images called Phoenix from Leonardo. Leonardo is one of the top creators of image AIs, and this AI is the best image AI available right now, and you can create some really amazing lifelike photographs with it. So we already brought it and included it the day it was released in a product that we have for images called Pixie AI. So it was already a part of it, and I've done that with my products like Bloggy, with my products like AI Collective. So the mission is to give you access to the latest in AIs forever. So once there is something new in the market, and I'm sure there will be, because you know how fast AI is evolving, how
absolutely.
many the new innovations are there every month, they're going to be a part of Voicey. So Voicey is my voice and languages toolkit. If there's going to be new AI, if there's going to be a new AI for voice or for languages, you will find it inside Voicey next month or the month after that. And that's a great way to future-proof your investment. If you buy Voicey, you're going to get access, get access to all of these future technologies.
Awesome. Yeah, so you keep delivering, and I know that you keep delivering. That's also why I love to do interviews with you and why I always love to recommend your products. So yeah, this definitely stays out there. It's getting all the updates. You hear Cyril about it talking. And if you want to ask questions and if you want to see how to get the best use or how to use Voicey the best, make sure there probably is a link below this video where you can sign up for the pre-launch webinar. And Cyril, thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate it. I will be doing a review as well this week. So if you can't make it, no problem. You can check out my review as well. But of course, being on the webinar is the most fun. And thank you so much for watching. Cyril, thank you so much for being here. Always appreciate you. And all the best of luck.
Same here.
And talk to you soon, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.